So tell me, world, are you scared of the dark? When it all goes down and the lights go out, I'm not the one you wanna see. Some will and some won't, some do and some don't. Now tell me who you're gonna be. See, I couldn't really give a fuck if I am so unbearable. All that I really care about is that I'm uncomparable. They're bigger than me and they're quicker than me, but they know that nobody is sicker than me, cause they can kill X and they can kill Y.
So I'm back from my trip with England. It didn't go to plan. We drew with Belgium and we lost to Norway. Not the greatest results, but we have something to build on, and I still believe and have faith in the lads that we can progress. And I spoke about Ravel Morrison. Of course he has a future at the club, but he's got to learn a harsh lesson. He was caught speeding doing 85 down the M6 in a 70 zone, which is not acceptable, and I don't accept that from my players. I have fined him £50,000. I haven't banned him from any matches because I don't think that will do any good for the club nor the player. And as you can see, I have faith in our youngsters, fielding quite an inexperienced side against Huddersfield, who are currently bottom of the league, which is quite a risk, but hopefully it will pay off. We join the play with Huddersfield on the attack in the 5th minute. Down left-hand side, some great play there by Fabio. Fabio knocks the ball into Xavi, but Xavi is dispossessed by Huddersfield, and Ward knocks it out to the left-hand side to Norwood. But in comes Stefan, cutting off the angle. The ball's fed to centre part into Arfield. Arfield into Kieser, but Kieser is dispossessed by Xavi. Xavi majestically moving forward. The German lad has been such a revelation since he's broken into the first team. He knocks it into Miguel. Miguel into Rocker, and Rocker unfortunately loses the ball. But it is so nice to see West Ham playing so many young players. Again, Xavi is first to react, picks the ball up, knocks it into the old head, that is Gabs. Gabs into Rocker. Rocker into Miguel, and Miguel tries to force the ball through to Rocker. Unfortunately, it's just blocked by the Huddersfield defenders, but Miguel is looking so sharp, firing off a shot, and a great save by the Huddersfield goalkeeper. And we see Luke Shaw about to swing the corner in, swings it high and long, and it's at the back post. That's Stefan with an absolutely powerful header into the top corner. Stefan, who's been away on international duty with Holland, playing very, very well from what I understand from all reports, scored a goal away from home with the Netherlands, proving why he's such an amazing player and constantly is in the West Ham team. Really is a revelation since he came in. And Button, as you saw just there, made a world-class save. But we join it with Rocker, feeding the ball into Miguel. These two are an absolute sensation with each other. Miguel unfortunately gives the ball away. A little bit of sloppy play. That's just down to his inexperience. But it will come with time and the amount of games that he will hopefully be playing. Tremble knocking it into Xavi. Xavi knocking it into Morrison. And you get that feeling that it's the samba beat of East London. Not the Barcelona of East London, it's the samba beat of East London. The way the boys are playing reminds me of Brazil from the 1970s. Rocker on the left hand side, moving out, trying to find some space. He finds it with Gabs. Gabs with the old head tries to take the long shot on, but unfortunately it's deflected and goes wide. We go in at half time. West Ham United 1, Huddersfield 0, and I've got to say West Ham are well and truly in control of this game. The only problem is when you're in control, you've got to capitalise on the amount of possession you have and make sure you get a goal to finish it off. But no, it looks like Scannell's through. Great save by Butland, but Ward is there to finish it off in the 52nd minute, and that's really come against a run of play. For 52 minutes, West Ham have dominated this match, but Huddersfield on the counter-attack, a nice ball over the top, capitalise and make it 1-1. But Tremble doing some nice work down the right-hand side, looking to get the cross in, but that is a great defensive block there by Huddersfield, and it goes out for a corner, and Lukey Shaw is on the corner, swings the ball in. That's a huge header by Robin. In fact, I don't even think the lad jumped. He is 6'6". I don't believe he actually jumped for that. In the 54th minute, Robin makes it 1-1. That is his first goal for the club. Absolute revelation in the reserves. Really, really liked around the club. Great lad, good sense of humour, and enjoys playing a few pranks on the lads. But Rocker has the ball, centre of the park, knocking it out to Tremble. Tremble cuts inside, gives it to Miguel. Miguel into Gabs. Gabs, the old header he is, breaking into the box, tries to pull the ball back. Great block, but Gabs picks it up, and after 64 minutes, Gabs strikes it into the top corner in the only way that he knows how. And it looks like he's been teaching the lads how to dance. Gabs is such a legend. Really is taking the young players, Miguel and Rocker, under his wing. That looked like a very harsh tackle there, but Huddersfield have got away with it, and surely they should have punished West Ham on the break there. Unbelievable miss, and it looks like the lads are talking about the Huddersfield lads don't look very impressed with that miss whatsoever. That was a big miss at a big moment in the game. But again, a nice ball over the top and a great defensive header there from Robin to clear the ball out and give it a corner to Huddersfield. Better safe than sorry is what I say. If in doubt, stick it out. Great corner in. That's a good header. Butland is beaten by Novak after 86 minutes. I feel that was a little bit harsh, but we go in at full time. West Ham 3, Huddersfield 2, and I must say the young lad's done us proud. Absolutely played fantastic football. Gabs, being the old head, was absolutely majestic, along with Miguel and Roca, who definitely seem to be forming a potential partnership. I think it's going to be very interesting to watch how these two guys develop. Tremble on the right-hand side was fantastic, but it's time for a squad report from our youth side. And we've got a few players to definitely have a look at. Jonathan Leydd is a player to watch out for. He's done really well in the under-18 games that he's been participating in. The same with Brian Walls. He's played in a few under-18 games, really done really well, looking like a good prospect. And the same with Hawley at the top. He's played in a few under-18 games that have done really well. In fact, Brian Walsh has actually played in a reserve team match and been absolutely sensational. So hopefully we're going to watch these guys develop and actually progress into the first team, which would be fantastic. But we'll have to wait and see, because it's very hard to break into our youth team at the moment. We have such depth. You still have to remember that we can play the likes of Roca, Miguel, Tremel, Xavi in the actual under-18s as well as the reserves, which is just phenomenal. Anyway, we have an extremely tough game against Paris Saint-Germain. Thankfully, we're at home. But as I look at the Paris Saint-Germain side, I'm not overly fearful. Yes, they've got Thiago Silva. Yes, they've got Sacco. But I'm not too worried. The only player that really worries me is Lezz and his immense pace. And hopefully the boys will just play that. Won't play too much deeper. We've got to hold a strong line. If we play too deep, that's going to play into the hands of Lezz. You can't let him run at you. He's got good skills. He's a very good player. And they've got Classy, number 33, in the centre of the park, who will ping that ball left and right fantastically. A very talented player. Someone who I was very interested in, but we just couldn't. At the time, we just didn't have the money to make a purchase. But it's going to be a tough game, though we are a couple of points clear of Paris Saint-Germain. So I'm not going to read too much into this game. Hopefully we get a win, which will be fantastic. But at the end of the day, we will see what happens as we join it with Nelson Oliveira, trying to get the ball through to Filippo. But Filippo is tackled by 3 Paris Saint-Germain defenders, really going to man-mark him. And again, Filippo was hit quite hard in the tackle there. It looks like Paris Saint-Germain have singled Filippo out for some heavy tackles. But Nelson Oliveira on the right-hand side, trying a few skills, loses the ball. Really sloppy play there. He's got to up his game. He can't afford to do that. We're in the Champions Cup, and he's also playing at home in front of the West Ham crowd, and they will not be happy with players giving the ball away with such ease. But Walker there clearing up the issue and bringing the ball away. But Olajon knocking the ball inside to Filippo Bonaperti. He goes for the shot. I think he was fearful of being tackled there because, as I say, Paris Saint-Germain have stuck some nasty tackles in on Filippo. It hasn't been a very nice first half at all. Very bitty first half. So I think a 0-0 is a very fair scoreline. But as I say, some not very nice tackles on Filippo. Hitting him hard, singling him out is not the sort of thing we like to see in world football. But Paris Saint-Germain on the counter-attack, hitting us on the break, and Butland is there to make a great save. And what a sliding tackle! And Kolka brings the ball out. Composure at the back when it is needed. You can always rely on our lad Kolka. But Lezz has broken the line, pulls the ball back, but Butland is straight out and doesn't allow Paris Saint-Germain to get the upper hand. Adrian cutting inside the park, trying to cut inside, giving the ball to Benzir. Benzir to Filippo. Filippo to Benzir. Benzir hits it first time, and that is a daisy cutter into the bottom corner after 76 minutes to give West Ham a deserved lead in this second half. West Ham has definitely played the better football. A nice 1-2 in a triangle there with Filippo, and a great finish. And Benzir trying to feed the ball through, but unfortunately it's cut out. A great ball over the top to Olsen. Olsen puts the ball straight over the top. Will Stefan get back? Will Butland come out? No! Disaster strikes after 90 minutes. Paris Saint-Germain with an equaliser. I really felt that went against the run of play. But that's one of those things you have to accept in football. If you don't concentrate for 90 minutes, you will suffer the consequences. And the game finishes 1-1, which is a real shame. But we can take pride from taking a point from one of the biggest and best teams in European football at this moment in time. I've got to say, it's nice to see Filippo get man of the match, especially after he was singled out for some really nasty tackles, some really nasty treatment. Hopefully he's going to be fit for the Manchester United game, because that could be a real big blow to us and our season if he is not fit.